Now, Brick Petition, do you see his question? He says, I believe it was written to fend off an immediate skirmishes from a corrupt government. What do you think about that?
You're absolutely right, Brick Petition. I mean, that is a facet of the Second Amendment right. It also protects the right to self-defense, like against a burglar, right to hunting, right to target shooting. But the core right really is for military readiness. So you're absolutely right.
Now, isn't the primary function of the federal government, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, to protect our borders from foreign invasion and not flood the country with illegal aliens and give them everything for free?
That's absolutely right. And, the Second Amendment protects the right of the people to keep and bear arms.
And who are the people?
The people are certainly U.S. citizens. And, there's a very good argument for long-term lawful residents that have been allowed into this country, coming to here underneath our laws that have developed sufficient ties to it. For example, I had a case this year that dealt with Micronesians. Micronesians are here in the state, here in America, pursuant to the Compact Free Association. They're allowed to come here due to a treaty. It has a lot to do with the fact we used their country for nuclear testing during the Cold War, along with a few other islands. And look, the reality is those nuclear tests did a lot of damage, a lot of cancer in those countries. But our military need those tests so that we could, show the Russians that we meant business. So those countries took a hit, and we let them come here now because, we sort of owe them, considering how many of them got cancer, do our military testing. They don't need a green card or a visa to come here. They just prove their passport's sufficient. Well, Hawaii said, since you don't have a green card and you're not a citizen, it doesn't matter how long you've been here, you can't own a gun. Is that right? You've let those people in. They're our neighbors. They're our friends. And I got approached by a gentleman named Billy Peter. Billy Peter has been living here for around 25 years. Married a woman here. He's got a daughter. He's held down a job every single one of those years he's been here. Currently works the school system as a maintenance guy. And the state of Hawaii said, hey, you don't get to own a gun. Because I said, this guy fits the definition of a member of the people. He's lived here for decades legally through our invitations, never committed a crime. Doesn't abuse drugs or alcohol. He pays his taxes. He's got a family. And you know what? Why shouldn't he? So I said that was a violation of both the Second Amendment and the Equal Protection Clause. And I thankfully was able to get an injunction in that case. And now Billy Peter, along with all the other Micronesians that live in Hawaii, can exercise their Second Amendment right to keep.
Congratulations. That's awesome, Alan. Now, really quickly, Brick mentioned well-regulated. And I know that the Marxists on the left who hate the ability for us to defend our families with firearms say that means well-regulated, like, a building code. But if you look at the historical meaning of well-regulated, my understanding is it means well-trained. Can you expound upon that for us?
Oh, that's absolutely right. I mean, our founding fathers want us to have the right to be able to train with those arms, right? And be part of the polity, right? I mean, they wanted citizens that were fully engaged in society, trained, and had weapons at all times so they could, know how to use them when they needed to use them.
But Alan, did they mean that somebody over at code enforcement needed to be doing the training?
Absolutely not. They thought that, you have the right to train with a firearm. That's something the court in Zell said. Also, Drummond v. Robinson. These are contours of the Second Amendment right. They're being expounded upon right now. And, the government does have a right to tell you can't train with your gun. That's the bottom line.
Now, Alan, Brick Petition made a pretty amazing statement, and I agree with him. He said, our founders knew that nothing lasts. They gave us a court to finalize any petty conflicts. We are all responsible for the posterity. Gosh, that just gave me chills. What do you have to say? Man, I'm going to put it up on the screen. Brick, that was prophetic, man. Woo! That is right on the money. So, Alan, we're about an hour in now, and it's 12 o'clock for me, and I've been up since 04 working on briefs, so I'm wiped out. And I know that you've got to get up early tomorrow too and work on briefs. So everybody, give me a bunch of ones for Alan. Please take a look in the description. He's got a donations link. Again, he's arguing a case before the United States Supreme Court for you. And he's funding this primarily out of his own pocket with donations. So if anybody, even if it's $1, I don't care what it is, just show your support for Alan. I'm not looking to be a holder of money or Federal Reserve notes for him. I just want to support him because he's a brother in arms. He's a fellow Marine, and I really care about the guy. And I wanted you guys to learn a little bit more about Alan and what he's doing for we the people. We need more patriots like Alan. Give me a bunch of ones for Alan. Give me a bunch of thumbs up. Rhine Labs, it's really good to see you. Mr. DLRU, and what's up, my good friend? Thank you for coming, man. It's been a while. Let me see. I just want to thank everybody. USA Inc., Rhine Labs. Hope I didn't miss anybody. It wasn't the biggest show tonight, guys, because as you know, I was out for 90 days. So I'm basically having to rebuild my channel from scratch. But for me, it's not really about the number of views or how many likes. It's about how many people actually showed up who care about their country. And so I really appreciate you guys joining me tonight. Alan, do you want to say anything in closing? Any questions that you want to respond to before we go?
Oh, no, I mean, I just appreciate everyone showing up. And, I hope you all wish me the best for January 20th. I really looking forward to it.
All right. And with that being said, make sure to like and subscribe. Make sure to save, because we never know when the thought police are going to take down this channel. God bless everybody. I'll try to go live more in the future, but I do appreciate you guys joining me, especially Brick and Wassa. It's good to be with the old crew again. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye, Alan. Thank you.